Talk a little Raiders football. By the way, I have to pat myself on the back once again. If you've been listening to my picks when it comes to Raiders, you would have made a lot of money because now I am 6-0 against the spread in picking Raiders games. I told you that the Buccaneers wouldn't have a problem with the Raiders. I told you that Tom Brady was going to outplay Derek Carr. That's exactly what happened. Brady was phenomenal. He threw for 4 touchdowns. Raiders looked okay at times in the first half, but as I've said before, and I will say again, and I know the Raiders were coming off of a big win against the Chiefs. I understand that. The Raiders are an average football team. They're going to beat bad teams. They're going to lose to good teams. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a good football team. Are they a team that's going to win the Super Bowl? No, probably not.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
No, I think
they've got Gronk. They've got Godwin.
Gronk was very good.
They've got Mike Evans. They've got Antonio Brown, who they just signed this weekend.
Which I don't know if that was a good
Well,
pickup.
we'll see about that.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I don't
considering
think,
how well
I'm
Scotty Miller is playing.
I can name you several teams defensively that are better.
Than the Buccaneers?
Listen, I do. I really believe that.
What did the Bucs hold? I think the Bucs held the Raiders to like 70 yards rushing on 25 carries.
I understand.
The Bucs,
but we're not talking about the Raiders. The Raiders are an average football team. I'm talking about the elite teams in the NFL.
That have better defenses than the Buccaneers.
I could probably
maybe the Chicago Bears.
Well, definitely the Chicago Bears.
No, maybe the Bucs actually. No, the Bears. They beat the Bucs, but maybe the Chicago Bears. Who else?
Bears play tonight.
Yeah, against the Rams.
Listen. Patriots did not play a great football game over the weekend. When they're clicking on all cylinders, they're very good defensively. I would say the Chiefs definitely not. Chiefs defense sucks. Offense is great. Defense sucks. The problem I have with the Buccaneers, and I want to really get into the Buccaneers. I wanted to talk Raiders. But I think the Buccaneers are a very, very good football team. I just would not pick them to win it all this year. That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, again, I'll go back to what I said about the Raiders, and it's very simple. Great win against the Chiefs on the road. Derek Carr is a decent quarterback. He's not good. He's not great. I'm not trying to compare him to Tom Brady. And that pass, I remember, one of the passes he had to Gronk, and Gronk got belted at the 5-yard line. A couple touchdown passes that Brady had. You're saying this guy could play till he's 50. It's really. He's the best football. He's going to go down as probably the best player of all time.
No, he is. He is by far the best football player that's ever lived.
But
he actually might play. I don't know. 50 is probably a stretch.
Yeah.
But he might play until he's 46. There was a throw that he threw to Scotty Miller. He threw it 52 yards in the air. Absolute perfect throw, dime with minimal effort.
That was the over-the-shoulder catch.
This guy could throw the ball 55, 56 yards. And Brady, when he was younger, he could throw it 62. I mean, he has an absolute cannon for an arm. And the most impressive thing about Brady this year for me is this offensive line that he has isn't great. It's not a great offensive line, but he gets rid of the ball so quickly, and he knows defenses so well. I mean, Tom Brady is, again, by far the best football player of all time at this point.
I don't know by far,
especially after watching how Garoppolo just dismantled.
Yeah.
No, there was this narrative that Brady was a system quarterback. Well, you saw what Cam Newton did yesterday. You saw what Jarrett Stidham did.
I never said that about Cam Newton.
No, a lot of people have said that Brady was a system quarterback and it was all Belichick, and that clearly is just not the case.
That's nonsense.
Now, he has weapons to work with, but the guy is still 43 years old. He's been in the league for 21 years.
I said 5 or 6 years ago Tom Brady's going to go down as not only the best quarterback of all time, but maybe the best football player of all time, and people thought I was crazy even 5 or 6 years ago. You look at what he's doing at this age, it's a spectacle. Yeah. It's incredible to watch.
And he looks like he's 30.
He takes care of himself.
I mean, the guy is in phenomenal shape.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He says it, but I think he's obsessed with the game. He's obsessed with football.
He absolutely is obsessed with football.
He eats, breathes football. Not that he's not a great husband and a good father. I'm sure he is. But his life is football, and it transcends on the field. So congratulations to the Buccaneers. Listen, it's not an embarrassing loss by the Raiders. Like I said, they're going to beat the bad teams. They're probably a 500 team, maybe a little under that this year. They're going to beat the bad teams, and they're going to lose to the good teams.
But I think you're underrating this Buccaneers defense. Devin White, linebacker.
I'm not underrating it. Their defense is very good. I didn't say it wasn't good.
Their outside, their middle linebacker had 3 sacks yesterday. He had 11 tackles and 3 sacks.
I didn't say
he's 22 years old. He ran a 4.4 at the combine. He's an absolute speed demon from LSU. That team defensively, I
understand.
I would say their front 7 is the best in the NFL.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I'm just saying I don't think it's good enough to win a Super Bowl. But you know what? I could be wrong on that. We'll have to wait and see how the season transcends.